Welcome to our explainer on Stephen Johnson's fantastic book, Mind Wide Open. Today, we're taking a journey into the neuroscience of our everyday lives, peeling back the curtain on what's really happening inside our own heads. Okay, so before we unpack all the amazing ideas in this book, here's our quick take. As you can see, Mind Wide Open scores really high on value and practicality, but it's not super technical or difficult to get through. It's pretty much the perfect read for anyone who's ever wondered why they think and feel the way they do. So here's our roadmap. We're going to start with the big idea, thinking of your brain as a user's guide to you. Then we'll dive into the wild internal tug of war that's always happening in our minds, how we're all naturally wired to read others, and the two-lane highway our brain uses for fear. And of course, we'll wrap it all up with a practical guide on how to actually use these incredible insights in your own life. The author, Stephen Johnson, he kicks things off with a really simple but powerful question. What if we could take all these amazing tools from neuroscience, not just to study people in labs, but to actually understand ourselves better? And this idea right here sets the stage for the entire book. It's all about exploring your own personal brain landscape with science as your map. But let me tell you, this landscape, it's not nearly as peaceful as you might think. All right, now for what I think is one of the most powerful ideas in the whole book. Your brain isn't some single unified command center. Nope, it's way more like a jungle, just jam-packed with different systems all competing with each other. Think about it. Johnson shares this great story about being at a party when he hears a rival of his has had some bad luck. He's trying his best to look sympathetic, but for just a split second, a little smile escapes. So why does that happen? This illustrates the conflict perfectly. It is a literal tug of war for control of your face. One part of you, your ancient emotional brain, reacts instantly. Meanwhile, another part, your conscious motor cortex, is trying to override it and force a different expression. That leaked smile, that's the result of the battle. So the crucial point here is that your personality is really just the sum total of all these competing parts or modules. Understanding this helps explain why we so often feel conflicted or torn. And get this, it's not a design flaw. It's actually an evolutionary advantage. Having all these specialized systems allows us to respond way faster and more efficiently to a really complex world. So if our own mind is this collection of competing systems, how in the world does it manage to understand other people? Well, it turns out our brains are also exquisitely designed for a kind of mind reading. Now take a look at this number on the screen, 412. Any guesses what that could possibly represent when we're talking about our minds? That's right. It is the number of distinct emotional states the human brain can recognize just by looking at someone's eyes. I mean, that's an incredible feat of subconscious processing. And the author, of course, decided to put his own abilities to the test. And while he was taking this test, he found himself caught between two very different ways of thinking. That immediate gut feeling and his much slower logical analysis. What he found was that his first instinct, the one driven by his amygdala, which is kind of the brain's ancient emotional alarm system, it was almost always right. But then his more evolved analytical neocortex would jump in and just get in the way by overthinking everything. The huge takeaway here, that gut feeling you get about people isn't magic. It's a real, high-speed neurological process. This brings us perfectly to one of the most primal emotions of all, fear. As the book explains, our brain actually has two totally distinct pathways for processing a threat. And the author illustrates this with a truly terrifying personal story. During a storm, this massive window in his apartment just blew in. His body instantly went into fight or flight mode, way before he could even consciously process what was happening. This dual pathway system is absolutely crucial for survival. You can think of the low road as the fast but kind of dumb path. It's what makes you jump away from the garden hose that looks like a snake. The high road is the slow but smart path. It's the part that realizes a second later, oh wait, it's just a hose. So the next time you feel that sudden wave of irrational fear, like a phobia is illogical, just remember what's happening. You're feeling the raw power of your brain's ancient low road, completely overpowering your modern rational high road. So what can we actually take away from this amazing journey into our own minds? Well, the book gives us a whole new vocabulary for self-reflection and understanding. Let's translate all this awesome neuroscience into a simple action guide. Here are 3 powerful ways you can start observing your own mental processes with a whole new level of understanding, starting today. So who should read this book? Honestly, if you're looking for a bridge between the hard science of the brain and the personal experience of your own mind, we can't recommend it enough. It's for anyone who wants to know themselves a little better. And the book leaves us with this one powerful final thought. As all this new technology continues to unlock the brain's secrets, it really makes you wonder. Maybe the greatest frontier of exploration left isn't out there in space, but the one right inside our own skulls.